Tonight's session, we're going to be looking at the theme of connection, and it's the final one of our 4 drop-in sessions. We've looked at acceptance, rebellion, disruption, and this is our final session of connection. Connection. I love it. I love talking about it. I love thinking about it. I love reading about it. I love doing it. I love connecting, and connection feels vital for me. It's a real life source for me. It's a real lifeline for me. And to feel connected gives my life meaning and purpose, and gives me a sense of belonging, and gives me a sense of hope, and gives me a sense of love, to love and be loved. And I love it. I love it. And I know that a lot of people struggle with it. I know a lot of people have big blocks to connection, to finding their way into connection. And a lot of people have big blocks around sustaining connection. And I want to help. Like, I feel like that's sort of what I've been doing with my clowning work for the last 15 years, probably, is looking to find ways to bring people into connection with each other through clowning. My clown is, she's brilliant. She's brilliant with connection because she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care about social appropriacy. She doesn't care about taboo. She doesn't understand taboo. She doesn't understand about, there's a code of conduct. There are things you're allowed to do and there's things you're really not allowed to do. My clown hasn't read that book. I don't think she's read any books. She's all about the connection. She's all about making a party happen. She's just constantly looking for a party. She's constantly looking for a way to connect and have a moment to share a game. And sometimes she can embody the awkwardness. So like one way that I sort of deal with the awkwardness of connection is that I embody it. I embody how awkward it is and how uncomfortable it can be, and how, God, we don't know how this is supposed to, does anybody know how this is supposed to work? I don't know. And in that I can give it body, I can give it voice, I can release it into the air so that we can get on with the next thing, which is playing a game. And I found through clowning, but also through life really, when I prioritise the connection, the quality of the connection over the quality of my material, then we can have a party. Then a party can happen. If I spend my whole time being like, oh, but is my material good enough? Is it good enough? Am I good enough? Is this thing good enough? Then I'm over here. I'm over here with my own little private party, which is rubbish. My private party with my inner critic. Oh, is it good enough? And I'm not there with you. I'm not open to the possibilities. I'm not here for the spontaneity, for the invitations that just abound in clowning. So yeah, I guess my work, my personal journey, and my work has all been around overcoming those blocks to prioritise connection, and find fun, playful ways to do it. So I'd like to invite you to sit somewhere comfy. And if you can get your feet flat on the floor, see if you can do that. And you can close your eyes, or you can just have your eyes gently, softly, not really looking at anything in particular. So let's just start with our connection with the ground, as all good parties do, just feeling into your connection with the ground, with the seat, with your feet. And just on the out breath, just seeing if you can sink a little deeper into your connection with the earth. And let each out breath bring you into closer contact. And if you like, if it feels nice, you can imagine roots growing out of the parts of your body that are connected with the chair and with the floor, and these roots are growing deeper and wider with every single out breath. And if you like, you can imagine our roots meeting each other's roots under the ground, reaching all the way around the globe, from Bristol to the Netherlands, to Canada, to London. feeling a sense of being part of a big forest of clown trees connected to our roots. So we're rooted down, but at the same time feeling a sense of rising up through the top of your head. So just playing between those two forces of surrender and aliveness. And this for me is the clown state. Continuously dancing between surrender and aliveness. And it's fun to play with this in your body, to feel, is there any more tension you can let go of in your body? Maybe in your shoulders. You might want to roll your shoulders back and let them drop down. Maybe your hands are holding tension. You might want to scrunch them up and let them go, to really feel a release in your hands. Maybe your face, maybe you want to try scrunching up your face and then letting it go, seeing how much you can allow the tension to drop out of your face, out of your jaw, so that your face becomes kind of gormless. So we're going to start with connecting with ourselves. We'll start with the breath, just watching the breath come and go for a few cycles. Just noticing the quality of the in-breath and the quality of the out-breath. Meeting the breath with curiosity. And when the mind tugs your attention away, just noticing, seeing if you can gently guide your attention back to the breath. And with the same quality of curious attention, taking in your body sensations, noticing what's going on inside your body. So you might be feeling pressure or coldness or warmth, fizzing, aching, pleasant sensations. So whatever is calling your attention, just see if you can greet it with a little curiosity and fascination. What's happening in your body right now? No need to judge, no need to punish. For this hour, let's see if we can just meet ourselves as we are. Placing a hand on your heart and just tuning into the state of your heart right now. Notice how it's feeling in there. You might be feeling tight or tender or numb, quivering, bursting. Can you greet your heart just as it is? Maybe offer it a little wish. It might be something very safe, very, very simple, such as may you feel safe. May you feel held. It might be something to do with expression. May you say what you need to say. And dropping a little wish into your heart space, if you like. And if you like, you can imagine all the other people in the whole wide world whose hearts feel like yours right now. And you can offer them a little wish from your heart to theirs. Coming back to you now. Feeling your connection with the ground, feeling down to your roots. Feeling the whole of your body breathing in and out. Noticing the temperature of your skin. Tuning into the sounds. And softly opening your eyes to your space. Taking in a few details, looking at lights, shadows, shapes and colours. And allowing your eyes to rest on one thing, looking and seeing, and just notice how you feel about it. And just holding that whole experience lightly. And try looking at something else. I look, I see, perhaps I feel. So we're not trying to make anything extraordinary happen, we're just noticing what's here. And making space for it in our awareness. So we're going to jump straight into a physical warm-up, and we're going to do a little movement exploration in our own spaces. So you don't need to look at the video for this at all. You can just be in your own space doing your own mad thing. And this one comes from Marisa Godoy, I think she's called, and it's called Radical Connector. And I love it. It's about exploring connection with your body. So I'm going to give you a whole bunch of invitations which you can weave into your exploration or completely ignore. So take them lightly, roll them around your body, see how it works, see what you discover. There's no right way of doing this. You'll find your own way. So find your way to standing. If that feels all right for you. If not, you can do this sat down as well. So I think even before we begin, let's just have a little shake just to kind of release anything that's got stuck or that needs to move. So just shaking the body in a way that feels good for you, shake it out. Just expanding the out breath a little bit. Softening the face, softening the jaw. Just let the body shake and move. And we're going to come to stillness. So feeling your connection with the ground. There's the ground under your feet. You can move around a little bit on your feet. You can sway a little bit, forward and back, left and right. So putting your attention on your connection with the ground, exploring how your feet connect with the ground. Lots of different ways. And this isn't a performance, you're not doing it for anyone else apart from yourself, your own fascination. So your feet have bottoms, but they have sides as well, and they have toes and they have heels. So putting parts of your feet in contact with the ground and just enjoying that connection, enjoying those sensations where your feet meet the ground, keeping the rest of the body soft and loose so you're not bringing tension in through your jaw, through your shoulders, through your hands. Just letting this be easy. So we're going to bring the feet to stillness for a moment, and we're going to bring the attention into the rib cage. So we're going to move around the rib cage, connecting with your rib cage, finding ways that your rib cage moves through space. And just enjoying this, enjoying the discovery of finding out all the different ways your rib cage can move. How does your rib cage connect with your spine? So finding the relationship between your spine and your rib cage. And let this be one big exploration. So there's no need to know anything. You can be constantly discovering. What's the connection between your spine and your skull? Maybe your skull becomes the head of a snake and your spine is the snake, twisting and turning. Releasing your breath, let this be easy. What's the relationship between your skull and your eyes? Maybe your eyes move first and then your skull follows. What's the connection between your eyes and your thoughts? So noticing the thoughts that are triggered when your eyes look and see. Weaving this into your dance, let this be part of your movement. Let your thoughts dance through your body. What's the connection between your thoughts and the taste in your mouth? Noticing the taste in your mouth. Might be remembering the last thing you ate or drank. Let that move through your body. What's the connection between your mouth and your asshole, your bumhole? So playing, maybe just with the distance between your mouth and your bum. Maybe your mouth moves fast and your bum moves slow, or your bum moves slow and your mouth moves fast. What's the connection between the bottom of your feet and the top of your head? So maybe playing with the distance, expanding and contracting the distance between the top of your head and the bottom of your feet. Exploring, experimenting, never knowing. What's the connection between your body and your space? So placing this body in your space. Seeing if you can fit your body into the nooks and crannies, under the tables, under the chairs, into the corners. Or feeling the textures and the temperatures of the objects around you. Just noticing what you're enjoying. And if you're enjoying it, stay with it. There's no need to keep moving through your material. If you're enjoying something, stay with it, go deeper into it. So your body in connection with your space and the objects in it. Starting to find a little game, perhaps. Just for yourself, not for anyone else. And whatever you're finding, let it develop. So what's the next stage of that game? And you don't need to plan, you will just discover. You don't need to know, you will find out. And right now you're prioritizing the connection. You're exploring the connection between yourself and your objects and your space. And if you're getting bored, notice, let go of that game, move to another place in the room and start again. So placing your body in relationship to your space and your objects, finding a little game that you're enjoying, just keep doing it, developing it, let it shift and change and notice your engagement levels. Are you still engaged? Then keep going. If you're starting to get bored, let it go. Find something else. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep discovering your body, your space, your objects, this tune. Gently finding your way to the end of this game. Don't rush it. Let this game go in its own time. No rush. That was very brilliant.